Thunder Blows Online TV. Thunder Blows.
Your Excellency, yesterday you have flagged off the take-up of this Buhari for all. I think it's an organization, political movement you are championing as a national coordinator. And we have seen how the flag off of the movement has attracted the attention of people within and in the neighboring states who came to witness the flag. What is the rationale behind setting up this political movement at the tail end of Buhari's tenure?
Uh, well, actually, this very particular organization, it was it's an initiative of Buhari Lack Minds before and after Buhari leaves office. What even motivated people like me and some other people that believe in his leadership style and administration and the way uh, he steered his administration from 2015 to date. So we think that the stewardship brings a lot of positive changes uh, in so many aspects. So that is why we think it is higher time because of so many reasons that really the like man they need to form this very particular organization. Buhari for all that we are trying to re-emphasize that Buhari belongs to everybody and belongs to nobody. So meaning that still the same idea, the same agenda that he came with in 2015 is still the same thing. We are trying to explain to the public or to show our appreciation because many people from, as I said, from different aspects, some are politicians, some are business people, some are technocrats, and so many of them we decide to come together to form this a very particular platform
So, but
called Bar
somebody will say you are going to find it very difficult to sell this idea, looking at the emerging political development in the country now. 2023 is almost approaching. There has been agitation for the South to take over, for the North to return. This idea of believing with Buhari for all now, how sellable is it? Looking at the political development in the country today.
I think it is the right time for this association to come on board because the Buhari is exiting and there's a lot of agitation both in the south and the north of so many people with the ambition to occupy the number one seat in the country. So and Buhari he believes in unity and then he believes in one Nigeria. So looking at his own perspective, being of nationalistic. So we say, what can we do together collectively to assist in ensuring that really Nigeria remains one? And then Buhari is a platform. Forget about the party; it's a platform on its own. You know, in 2011, no 2011, when he contested in CPC, looking at the vote he got, and that vote can, we can categorically say that Buhari himself is a platform. And being a platform, so when to use that platform in order to achieve a smooth transition that will make or will stabilize the system. Yeah, and stabilize the system, looking at what he did in both areas. So and then that is what make it to be easy for anybody who is aspiring to occupy the number one seat, more especially our party APC.
So, but Your Excellency, even the North is divided ahead of 2023, no doubt about that. You hear a lot of camps, political camps emerging within APC. You hear about Governor Badaru having forming a camp with in collaboration with other governors. Your own here from Zamfara, Abdulaziz Yari, is also allegedly moving ahead using completely a different platform. And it's as if Buhari is not did not care to ask or to talk to these people. So if the north is divided, how much of the thought?
Well, actually, the mandate is not about a camp. We are talking about mandate. This very particular mandate is a mandate, and it was only given by the masses. So it's the masses that can determine who's going to be who, not amount of political permutation which is taking place in the country. The masses can decide at any given time to bring somebody that really they believe and they trusted in him. So that is why the belief that and the confidence that Nigerian masses repose on President Muhammad Buhari, that is what even emanated this association to come on board, because we believe with this association and in all these political camps and permutation they are doing. You cannot say that there is no political camps or whatever. It's allowed. That is why we call it political permutation. So it can yield any result at the end of the day. But the most important thing is the Nigerian masses, they so much believe in President Muhammad Buhari. So for that reason, I think all this camp, all this permutation, one day it will be resolved by the masses. And the masses, they always listen to President Muhammad Buhari. So that anything and everything will be okay and it will be in control without any problem.
So what are you doing to have a compendium of the legacies of Buhari after office? Because this is what matters more. There has been argument as to whether he has delivered or not, but I'm sure you have facts to present to Nigerians that his stewardship has been able to change things from the way he made them. What effort are you doing now to put this perspective on public domain? What he has been able to do, cutting across all sectors?
Well, we are doing a lot of effort and so many others. That is why this particular organization, Buhari for All, is trying to bring to the fore the numerous achievement which has been taking place during his stewardship. And then that achievement is in there, it will serve as a legacy, not to Buhari alone, but to Nigerian masses who believe in him. So I think we're all out to tell the Nigerians really what exactly this particular administration achieved. They achieved so many things in all aspects, ranging from the economy, infrastructures, the issue of agriculture, and so many others that I think this interaction would not even allow me to say even maybe 1/10 of the achievement so far. But basically, if you can maybe understand from the previous administration and what is playing out today, is glaring that really this administration is really, really, really trying. Because at the time when the barrel, that was 2013, 14, and what have you, yeah, in the global market is almost 100 plus, 109, 110, so thereabout per dollar. But this administration, it almost crashed to less than $20 per barrel, and still were able to make some impact. Looking at the this year, how this administration awarded a contract, Kaduna, Abuja, Kano, which is almost 786 billion naira. It's a huge contract, not only in Nigeria. Even US awarded such contract that is almost $2 billion. They know that really is too significant to mention. So, and at that time, when the barrel was sold at 100 plus dollar, the governor of that day, they even they refused to pay salary. But with this administration, I think all civil servants they can testify that really Buhari is working and is doing his best to ensure that the workers' remuneration is paid as it can do.
So,
So this is one of
Your
the
Excellency, what is your? There are people that have this opinion that Buhari is naturally exiting with APC because people return their loyalty to APC because simply because of Buhari. That by 2023 he's exiting with that party. That is another side of the argument. But how do you see this perception?
That you call it perception. Perception is allowed in in politics, and not in everything is allowed. But that is why we call Buhari a platform. If Buhari decides to remain in whatever in APC, then APC will continue because it's a platform. Without Buhari, 2015 we will not uh, voted PDP out of power, but because of the magnanimous support that he enjoyed from the masses across the 36 states and Abuja, that is how we're able to make it possible. And I believe people that have these notions that if Buhari is exiting, he's going with the APC because they don't want continuity. Because Buhari, he believes in continuity. When he returned from his just recent trip from London, he was asked a question: What Nigeria are they expecting from this your trip? Since now you are back, he said continuity. So many people they are trying to give it different interpretation, but basically he himself he know that he is exiting, but because he's planning to have a smooth transition, that is why he said a continuity. So anybody who is planning for continuity, that means APC is going to continue beyond 2023. So I think maybe the opposition they should be ready to have another more areas of being opposition party. I think that is the
Go ahead. So, I just want to ask this question. Nigeria is one, we know that. And secondly, the political parties have their ruling system. Two-term tenure for vote, then after the South will take over. I don't know if you have.
he will aspire in any of the political platform because I think this and that we are talking, the issue of zoning is only maybe it's just a local arrangement because it is allowed by our own country constitution. You can aspire and then going by the so many uh, agitation which is coming off that there must be zoning because you serve your areas, you serve this and that. This thing is just, for me, is a political mischief. That is my understanding about it. Because zoning at times, they only bring it if they want to intimidate maybe some political opponent. If maybe they see that somebody from the south, he has the clout. They say that if they want to maybe stop his ambition, they'll bring the issue of zoning. So I think that is one of the reasons. But for example, let's say somebody is in APC and then Buhari serves his 8 years, and then the Nigerian masses they need that person uh, to be their next leader, and then that very particular mandate is not for the party, it's people's mandate. So people's mandate cannot be subjugated by whatever arrangement because you cannot infringe someone's right. Because for me, the issue of zoning is even impinging some people's right. But what I'm saying is, because of maybe what you said earlier, that Nigeria is one, we believe in Nigeria is one, and then we are enjoying the unity of this our great nation. So whatever that maybe some people they can sit down to decide without sentiment, based on interest, I think it's going to be adaptable or acceptable to all on sundries. So that no, we are doing this because we need to be one, we need to be united, but not based on sentiment. Even an electorate now, you cannot bring sentiment to ask him to vote for your sentiment. He will not do that. He has interest, and he's know what he's doing.
But Your Excellency, there are people who believes inability of APC to shift power to the south will definitely brought, or bring a very, very bad setback to the chances of APC, because you cannot talk of APC without specifically the Southwest, because we have to acknowledge their contribution in 2015. Bola Tinubu in specific is all out to demonstrate that particular political capacity. He was in Kano, he was all over the north. How do you think we can reconcile this issue of Southwest agitating for presidency in APC? And how do you think denying them this opportunity will not bring a setback for APC in 2023?
Well, I think there is no setback for APC not giving the automatic power to the South. There's not that. As you said that Bola Tinubu, he was in Kano. I maybe decide, I'm not the, he's a governor, quite sure he has so many colleagues, but I may decide, I myself, as an ordinary Niger, to be in Lagos tomorrow and to say that me too, I want to contest just on the, so I can, it's an aspiration. So I think that one is just maybe only visited Kano just to see friends and others and well wishers, which I believe you too. You have so many friends in the south that you can decide to visit them. So maybe, but that one is not in any way is not in any way a problem to our party.
So how are you going to convince typical northerners who have an impression that Buhari's administration has done so much, even to the southeast, the Igbo part of the country, than he is supposed to do for the north? Not because their argument is major rail lines now are put out across all the southeast and the southwest. I mentioned it's all over linking south with the southeast, and now the Yarobala. Now, when you talk about the major roads Fashola is doing, they said almost 70% of accessible roads are all linked to the south. People are complaining that even the typical Zaria to Sokoto road cannot be fixed by Buhari within 6 years. How do you think, as an association, you can convince Nigerians that Buhari has also done well for the north?
Well, that is the area that I honestly am highly interested in such question. And because Buhari, he said he's for all, Nigeria is for all of us. And then he always used to prioritize the people's needs. The time he came on board, his first agenda was to revitalize the agricultural process, so which majority of in northern Nigeria they uh, solely rely on agricultural activities. Most of the areas they are agrarian communities, and then because of what he invested in that, you can see even the rice that we are consuming today, I think almost 90% is a locally produced rice, which if me and you were asked a day like this will come within shortest period of time, we would say no, it will not happen. So what he did is he boosted the economy of both north and south by this project. And there are so many projects which was taking place in the north. Look at this, the ongoing project of this Taraba Mambila project. So this one alone, you can say is something. And look at this AKK gas that is coming down to Kaduna, and by so doing, I think North has automatically, you sprout economically and business-wise because they are really were coming on. And this railway they are doing linking south to this thing is all because we need to do it because our transport system before the Buhari administration is totally collapsed. But now he is trying to bring them on board. So bringing them on board, it has to be both north and south. Look at what the rail project that which is linking Nigeria to Niger. So look at he's trying to do something that will be beneficial and economically to be more advanced then other people are looking at it. So how many look at the people that even try to decampaign the whole project, but because the goodwill, so that is why the project is still continue, and then they're still doing it in the betterment of the system and the betterment of the people from that region. So somebody asked me last time, see how Buhari is executing so many projects in South, West, South. I say the Southwest is Nigeria, Southeast is Nigeria. So the same thing with Northeast, Northwest. There are so many projects which is taking place. Look at this Nurses Development Commission, the amount of money invested in that Nurses Development Commission just to rehabilitate the nurses. And it is part of something that we, whether we like it or we need to mention that without rehabilitating the nurses from the rebellion, insurgency, and so many things that took place from 2008 to date, that means we are doing nothing, considering the impact they have economically and what they contributed to the nation's economy. So honestly, we need to collectively to disabuse mind of people that they think Buhari is working for one region or the other. We need to at least do justice to him that Buhari is working for Nigeria because he is working with the Nigerian bandits.
So my last and almost final question: we're having PDP governors trying to eye or to demonstrate interest in joining the Buhari-led APC political party in Nigeria. In Zamfara, we have been hearing that an arrangement is on for the for Zamfara government to move to APC. In Bauchi, rumor has been heard that Bauchi governor is planning to decamp. We have heard that Sokoto state government is also planning to decamp to APC. How do you see this at a time when Nigerians are saying APC is dying with the outgoing president, and yet more governors are thinking of coming into the APC again? Do you think that makes sense? And are you ready to even receive the governors? Because
Yes,
that is the big question.
yes. If you look at the larger picture of the likely PDP governors to defect to APC, you can say categorically, really APC is working, but it's not APC because they believe in President Muhammadu Buhari administration. That is why they said that they want to uh, join him, so that to continue or to support him because they see that the good work he's doing to the country is really changing the perspective politically, economically, and even security wise. It's changing the perspective. So uh, it's like the PDP governors, they are trying to explain to the public that APC is still alive and remain the most strongest party in the Nigeria. And by all standard, you can see that what I said earlier that APC is going to remain beyond 2003 is real, because if APC house is maybe is collapsing or is shrinking. I think no minded person that says I am going to join this. Nobody will do that.
But are you ready to accept it?
Yes, I
Because
have.
there has been problem. Even last week, your party make it very clear that, for example, a governor to make that move, he will face little of 5 litigations in court, and he's going to lose the seat. That means it seems APC is not ready to receive sitting governors from another party.
We have different. I have different opinion from the way people are looking at if maybe some governors are trying, PDP governors are defecting to APC. For me, it's welcome. It's welcome, honestly, because they believe that their own political house will no longer take them anywhere, but they are looking a place that will be more secured, more
Maybe there's
applicable.
autonomy.
If the Nigerian masses, they have so much belief in President Muhammad Buhari, and they have to identify, themselves with the masses if truly they are the leaders. But because if you are not a leader, so that means you will lead based on your own personal assertion, not on collective or general assertion. So what I'm saying here is, for me, if they are coming today, they are welcome because not only so there are so many people that said they want to they are defecting to from this platform to another platform. Some are political talks even, but they were accepted and welcomed. So what of the sitting governor that said I want to join your party? Well, it's a democracy, and nobody can stop anybody from moving from one party to another. Because by even making that statement, if he takes you to court, because the freedom based on the freedom of expression or
Section
whatever.
40, freedom of association.
Yes, freedom of association. You cannot take him to court. He can take you to court by asking him not to come, because this one is an insult. It's an even intimidation, and it's not even allowed to intimidate somebody, to insult somebody that don't come to this one, because that's constitutional violation.
But the fear of your party is when the governor comes in, he is going to hijack the structure. And maybe majority of you in the party will feel your fate is undecided if the sitting governor moves.
The idea of if somebody defect to APC or the governor defect to APC will hijack the party. For me, honestly, it's just nothing. Because anybody that have such illusion, that means he's not playing politics. He's not a Democrat. It's like maybe he consider a political platform as his own personal investment. It is not an investment. It is not a property. It's people's property.
And they have the
It's
security.
people's structure. So it's the people that can determine, okay, this man joined APC today. Then because there are structure in the party, that structure can decide or determine who is going to be our next candidate. And it's based on the nature, or because it's like in APC, we have three different ways of selecting candidates. We have direct primaries, indirect primaries, and consensus. So these three, if you are saying that maybe you are going for direct primaries, that means all the Congress, all the party members, they have right to choose who is going to be their party candidate. Then coming to the indirect, maybe that one it has a limited number, but I only call it a limited number. How can somebody maybe decide that I can maybe have power to more than 5,000 people at a time, that these people are my own workers? That is maybe how people, if they say the hijack. Or less maybe if these 5,000 people, which maybe constitute the structure of the party, that were given mandate to select who is going to be the party candidate, that is during party primaries. So if you know that these people, they are not your personal workers, so that means there's not like hijacking. They have interest, and then they can vote whosoever they think that really this man can lead you, and if we voted him as our party candidate, he's going to win. So even then, the third option, the consensus, is not even working now because of the sentiment. So therefore, I think these two options, there is nobody whosoever is coming to the party. You know what happened in Zampara 2019. Well, you know what happened. Where are we today? We lost to PDP because uh, what placed out that I need to have all. Nobody will have all.
So, but let's assume the governor decided to become, and the other party stakeholders decided to approach the court for litigation. Are you going to be a party to litigation?
No, no, no. I'm not, because there is no basis for that. There's no basis, honestly. All the consequential orders that many people are talking about, even though this one is for, it's for the,
For a party, not candidate.
no, no, I mean, it's for the court and some others, what do you call it, the barristers or whatever. So it is the appeal to say something about it. But for me, How many governors defected to one political party from one party to another party, and nothing will happen to him? And even I saw so many on the social media what they were saying on the consequential that I just in respect to Matola's issue. But for me, this is it. Because they say that they declared PDP not him. So it's just maybe people they don't know how it takes political party to be on ballot. You cannot be on ballot unless somebody is on that ballot. So because PDP they have candidate, that is why they're on ballot. So the governor and others people that that enjoyed our in-house fight, so they're all in PDP ballot.
Let's say example, the Supreme Court said all the votes secured by APC are wasted, and that particular order affected the validity of the candidates.
Yes.
The same thing.
Yes, it's the same thing, honestly. Because if to say for me, the only problem that I see from the previous judgment, they were not supposed, going by the constitution, even the Supreme Court, they were not supposed to void the APC vote. They were not. They don't have that right. They know that. But they say that they are not court of law. They are court of technicality. So they are not looking at the law. If they are looking at the law, you cannot void because this one is someone mandate. So you are disfranchising the mandate of more than 580 something just like that. It's not allowed, honestly. But since they did what they did, but what is on ground now is the Matole and others, they they come on board because of our impact. So our in-house fight, that is the that is what they are enjoying, and it's left for them. If they see that really there is no greener person in PDP, they want to join APC, let them come so that we'll continue with other aspirants
But
to
does this
aspire.
your opinion alarm that there is a division of opinion in APC now? Yes, because we have listened to the State Senator Marapo clearly that APC, the court, is ready to drag Matore into 5 litigations. When you say APC, inclusive of
He said,
I'm coming. So now, Aminu Jaji is now taking a different dimension.
No, I
Does
think
this alarm that there is a division of opinion?
I think he didn't. I didn't understand me well, but I think he's talking on the basis, maybe on some people that he discussed with them. I discussed with him before he came to Uso, and I said I have no objection whatsoever on Matole coming to PDP, and I stand so. And the issue of litigation, anybody who's ready to go, take him to court if he defected, they can go.
But you will be a party.
I'm not party to that. I'm waiting for 2023 to come so that we'll see what is going on.
Thunder Blows Online TV. Thunder Blows.